that you's a broke bitch that just talks a lot of shit, and you're running scared, you're explaining. You talk about what I'm up here doing. People got you up here showing that Sherry Shepherd body, looking a hot mess. Like, girl, you look 53, and that's okay. You talk about what I'm up here doing. People got you up here showing that Sherry Shepherd body, looking a hot mess. Like, girl, you look 53, and that's. You talk about what I'm up here doing. People got you up here showing that Sherry Shepherd body, looking a hot mess. Like, girl, you look 53, and that's okay.
Okay, so this is Sherry Shepherd. She looks great. Peace to everybody. Just gonna keep on exposing these bullies. People say, don't give them any popularity or shine. But legal advice is given to me to continue to publicly say, I'm being stalked and harassed. I would like them to cease and desist because it's a crime. And I want to show people what kind of person this person is, who's also with this man who is also harassing me, who has sent out my pictures, broken the law, stalked me, stalked my mother, stalked my ex-husband. I'm not going to let up legally. And I have a right to defend myself. So whenever there's something said about me unprovoked, I'm still waiting for where am I going, doing 2-3 hour streams talking about how ugly she is, how she's old, how her body is out of shape. That you won't find it. What you will always find is me retaliating and responding to the crime of the cyber stalking and the cyber harassment and the slander. You will see me saying cease and desist, and you will see me telling the public this is what's happening to me. I won't hide it. I don't care how much popularity she gets. She's only going to get popular with people who enjoy seeing other people harass, seeing other people be harassed, or seeing people be harassed on the internet. So I only care about the people who are not sick, who are not toxic, who are not criminals, who are not jealous for no reason, who don't try to slam women. When I show myself, I love myself. And that bothers them. That bothers this woman. She's so sick and insecure and jealous. She will not stop obsessing over me. She wants the attention, but the attention she's getting is not good attention. The authorities are onto it. They're paying attention to her. And good people who say, what a disgusting person. Why are you talking about Sherry Shepherd anyway? Look at Sherry Shepherd. She's beautiful. And we're going to read a story about her, because this is, at the end of the day, going to be a learning experience as well. So you see her beautiful body. She slimmed down, but let's hear Sherry Shepherd's story. Because one thing I don't do is bash sisters who don't come for me. And I really don't like bashing women anyway. You can always defend yourself, but you have to be in the parameters of the law, which I have always been. I have every right, and I've had legal counsel and advice to that I can, as a content creator, say, stop cyberbullying. You don't have to sit around and be cyberbullied. You can continue to go publicly saying, leave me alone. It doesn't show you're weak. People say, oh, that means that they're getting you. They're winning. No, they're losing, because good people, law-abiding people, are looking at them saying, wow, yeah, what is wrong with you? You're sick. Why are you bothering her? Why are you calling her Sherry Shepherd? Why are you attacking Sherry Shepherd? Look at Sherry Shepherd's story. A dream come true. Sherry Shepherd models a swimsuit after losing 25 pounds. And by the way, this isn't even a small woman. She's a middle-aged woman who's attacking me. She said she's 5'9" and 190 pounds. She shows herself. I don't have any comments about her weight or her shape, any negative things. I'm just telling you what she said, the woman who's attacking me. So why are you fat shaming Sherry Shepherd or anybody? I don't get it. Let's read this. Sherry Shepherd has said goodbye to sugar and hello to sexy swimsuits. The actress and former co-host of The View is embracing her new gig as swimsuit model after losing 25 pounds. Sherri Shepherd, a type 2 diabetic, told fans that her 14-year-old son Jeffrey inspired her to, quote, get my health together. Now she's starring alongside Ashley Graham in a swimsuit campaign for the size-inclusive brand Swimsuits for All. Isn't that awesome? And she's beautiful. And I'm sure she doesn't attack women for no reason. Look at her. This woman's body is beautiful. So you're trying to fat shame me and say Sherri Shepherd, but Sherri Shepherd's looking pretty good to me. And you see the waist controller that Sherri Shepherd has? You'll hear this woman, the cyber stalker, the jealous, toxic criminal. You'll hear her say, oh, you showed your body, but you have on control waist panties, which is weird. I have on yoga pants. But what if I did have on control panties, which I don't even know what those are? I mean, I get it. I know what they are, but they're like Spanx. But she's like, you have on control panties under your yoga pants. Like, she's so obsessed with my looks. She so wants to bash me. She wants to bash my looks and my body. She's like, why do you think you look good? She wants me to have low self-esteem. She wants me to not feel good about myself. What kind of person does that say she is? A sick, toxic, very, very scary, dangerous person. Because she's actually paid for people to come out to Arizona and to stalk me and my family. So anyway, let's keep looking at Sherri, who looks beautiful. The comedian shared behind-the-scene footage of her body-positive shoot with her Instagram followers, writing, this photo shoot was truly a dream come true. And you ladies over 40, which is the woman who keeps on attacking me in my age, she's over 40. But she doesn't resonate with this kind of conversation that Sherri's having with the world, because she wants women to feel old, fat, ugly, unwanted. She's a narcissistic, very dangerous, psychopathic, sociopathic person. She is. And I'm going to continue to expose it. I don't care if people say, you're giving her attention. I damn sure am. Because you know how I feel about cyber bullies. You know how I feel about cyber stalkers. You know what I think about non-consensual PORN, revenge PORN. You know what I think about non-consensual deepfake AI. So I speak about it. I don't obsess over it. But I bet you if somebody comes to my channel and needs to feel good and needs to know that they're not alone in being harassed, I'm going to be there for them. I'm going to speak up, because some people aren't as strong and aren't as brave to face these bullies head on. And you do definitely have legal recourse. Don't let them scare you. Don't let them tell you, oh, I'm going to nail you to the wall. You're breaking the law. I'm not breaking the law right now. So let's keep listening to what Sherri Shepherd says and make this also a teaching moment, and to empower women who are struggling with weight and health and with hair issues. Because we're going to get to the Sanaa Lathan thing. She's always telling herself that she's telling people, I don't even care either way. She's like, I look like Sanaa Lathan. People tell me I look like Sanaa Lathan. Well, Sanaa Lathan is going to be 53 in September. But this woman bashes women who are in their 50s. Sanaa Lathan talks about hair and wigs. But this woman is always like, her and her sex offender boyfriend, because for the record, Your Honor, when I play this, sex offender boyfriend, okay? Sex offender boyfriend, meaning that he was put in supervision on the sex offender list because he exposed himself in a public library getting fellatio. He pled guilty. Okay? So still sharp on point with law. I can do this. You cannot do what you're doing. You cannot continue to harass me and talk badly about me and slander me and bully me and try to fat shame me, which is weird because you're bigger than me, but whatever. Age shame me, which is weird because you're basically the same age as me. You're almost 50. You call yourself Sanaa Lathan, but Sanaa Lathan is 53. You get this scariness? I'm going to expose this woman. And you are dangerous. You're a dangerous person. So Sherry Shepard says this photo shoot was truly a dream come true. And to the ladies over 40, please remember nothing is impossible if you focus and commit to the work. I love her. I love her for saying that. God has not forgotten you. How beautiful is she to say that? Let's look at her again. This is the woman that she keeps on trying to use as someone disgusting and ugly to try to hurt me. Let's listen to this cyber stalker say that again. Hold on.
You talk about what I'm up
here it is.
Here doing. People got you up.
Yeah, I am talking about what you're doing. You're harassing me, and you're going to pay for it legally. I don't break the law like you, so let's keep listening.
Here showing that Sherry Shepard body looking a hot mess. Like, girl, you look 53, and that's okay.
See, this woman has children in her 20s. In their 20s, she said. This woman said that a 33-year-old is a baby. This woman calls herself saying she looks like Sanaa Lathan, who is actually going to be 53 in September. What is her issue with me? Why is she attacking me? I know why. Because of this man that she's with. I have the right to speak up against non-consensual revenge, PORN. I have the right to show that because of the non-consensual revenge, PORN, which is a sex crime, I have a right to show that, yes, it's been uncovered. I didn't go look his record up, but I'm so happy someone did because they gave it to me and they gave it to others. And I am so in line with the law to say, this person who did the sex offense against me, look at his track record. So I'm not breaking the law, but she is, and she's dangerous, and she's a cyber stalker, and she's obsessed, and she's a bully. Anyone saying, get over it? Why didn't she get over it? Why is she talking about me on the internet? So let's listen to her one more time. Sherry Shepard.
You talk about what I'm up here doing. People got you up here showing that Sherry Shepard body looking a hot mess. Like, girl, you look 53, and that's okay. That's okay. You know, with the push-up bra and the control top panties underneath those tights.
Okay, first off, why is she, do you see the mental illness? Even if I did have that on, what is her problem? But why is she saying that? I have the right to show myself. People say, just leave it alone. No, I want people to see how crazy and sick and obsessed over my body and my looks this woman is. This is me because she was attacking me once before, sharing non-consensual AI, deepfake AI where they made me big. That's actually my body, my real body, no filter. I'm not saying I'm good. I'm not saying I'm bad. That's me. That's me.
No waist trainer.
I said no waist trainer. I pulled this down. I'm not going to take all my clothes off, but I pulled this down. I said no waist trainer. You clearly see they're yoga pants. I'm not going to go graphic and talk about what kind of underwear, but obviously you know that there's no control panties on there. But why does she care if I had on control panties, y'all? It bothers her that I want to be attractive, or that people, ladies and gentlemen, might say, oh, nice figure. That bothers this sick woman. It bothers her so much that she actually sent some strangers to Arizona to look into my mother's home and to follow me and my family, my ex-husband. She's threatened me with violence. So it's not a joke. Her boyfriend that did the non-consensual revenge, PORN, has a very, very serious violent background. So yeah, this is serious. And I'm speaking up publicly. If anything happens to me, you know it's her. That's why I knew when all that fake AI came out and someone was at my mom's home, I knew it was her, because she actually said, I have something coming for you. We got you. Oh, we know you live at your mom's. Obviously, it was her. We have that all recorded. And I didn't ask Judah to take down that video. That's evidence. I asked him to send it to me. He took it down because he didn't want you guys flagging it to where it won't even be able to be on the internet. So no, I'm showing this. Look what she says about me. Let's listen again. Why is she on the internet talking about my body anyway?
Looking a hot mess. Like, girl, you look 53, and that's okay. That's okay. You know, with the push-up bra,
You need to get rid of this little belly button.
panties underneath those tights, looking like Sherry Shepherd, and that's okay.
I didn't have on a push-up bra. But if I did, wouldn't that be great? I didn't have on a push-up bra. I don't get, you know what I mean? This woman, she's a definite, jealous, scary stalker. I'm going to continue to expose her. I'm not going to say her name. I don't want to do anything illegal that will hurt my case, but I am saying cease and desist, leave me alone, and I want people to see what I'm dealing with. I'd like to see. She's such a narcissistic gaslighter. She's like, you're stalking me. That's classic gaslighting. Y'all know I'm not stalking this person. I don't even care. I don't care if somebody wears a waist trainer. I don't care if they have on a wig. You know me. So let's keep listening. I put some timestamps. So basically, this is me. I'm just showing myself, but she keeps dissing Sherry Shepherd, who looks beautiful now.
You talk about what I'm up here doing. People got you up here showing that Sherry Shepherd body, looking a hot mess. Like, girl, you look 53, and that's okay.
I need to get rid of this little belly
You
button.
know, with the push-up bra and the control top panties underneath those tights, looking like Sherry Shepherd, and that's okay. But the only reason I'm saying at least that, y'all, is because y'all should hear the
Oh
things
my God, she's such a gaslighter. She's going to go into saying I'm stalking her. Y'all know I'm not stalking this woman. So that's not the only reason you're saying it. You've been saying it since 2021. I've been ignoring you. It's gotten progressively worse because I decided to publicly go in and talk about what happened with me. Now I'm going to let you hear some more. This isn't going to be long. Just got to get it all on record. All the stalking, all the harassing, not crying. I'm not trying to, oh, boo-hoo, but I do want to bring this to the light. I want it to stop. She says she's so classy. How are you classy? And you're talking about Sherry Shepherd body, trying to use Sherry Shepherd as something bad. She looks beautiful. I feel almost like crying looking how she changed her life. And even when she was bigger, so what? Why are you using her as something like, you know, it's weird. Like Sherry Shepherd, really? So now let's look at the part where the guy, she says this too, but I don't have time to look up all the times before. I'm trying to get the most recent stuff. When they do stuff recent, I'm going to bring it out. So they're going to be talking about how I'm bald. He is to please her, because obviously I'm not bald. Okay, so I got that part. I think it goes to 49. Yeah. So let's get to the part where before she comes on 3629. You better believe I got a fine tooth comb on this. 3629, where her boyfriend, who I unfortunately used to be in a long distance relationship. I never met him. That, you know, he's up there talking about me. He's the one who did the crime against me as well. So let's listen to him. You don't have to ask me why I'm doing this or why not. This is really for my record and to help other people, to expose criminals, cyber stalkers, people who cyber stalk you and then they play victim. There's a lot of mentally ill people on the internet. Queen's Throne also pretends that I've done something to her ever. I don't even know that woman. She likes to sit on the internet, do deep fake AI on me. This other guy named, basically a couple people. I don't want to be shouting them out. But so let's see here. Where is it? It's on YouTube. It is. Oh, yeah. Okay. So here he is talking about my hair. I want you to just look at this video that I did. But this is because this was months ago. This is because she kept going on the internet saying, oh, she's bald, she doesn't have a hairline, I've got natural, beautiful hair. These bitchs wish they could be like me. I'm the new girl. New girl, you're a middle-aged woman, almost 50. I'm the new girl and I'm taking the paw down. Weird, scary. What do you mean? Do yourself. You know how many beautiful women are on the internet? Why are you focusing on me? Because you're sick and jealous and you're dangerous. So let's listen to this. I want you to see my body. Obviously, this is hardly a push-up bra. I have a hard time finding good, even though they're expensive bras, they just don't fit perfectly. And you can see by what's going to be going on with this top. So no, it's not a push-up bra, but I don't get, even if it was, right? Like, who cares? Let me let you hear him talk about my face. And I'm going to play this and get to the part where you see my hairline and my skin, no filter. But let's look.
And toes down was like, damn, I had to get a bald head. I wish I would have had that.
Let me preface it. So they play Sonnetter talking about this oil that him and his cousin were talking about. And it's like to grow back hair and to take age spots, black spots off your face. Thank God, I don't have black spots on my face. I have a beauty mark on my left cheek. And I have, let me see, a beauty mark on my left cheek, and that's it. But let's go ahead and listen to Sonnetter, and then we'll hear the manipulator, CRIMlNAL, the guy who sent out my pictures. He likes to try to see if he can manipulate Sonnetter to go against me or make people think that Sonnetter's against me. These are really sick people. So listen to the guy, and she enjoys it. She's fully enjoying it because she hits the panel and she's like, hey, like, she keeps saying, I want my husband to go in on her. No, I don't. First off, it's against the law. And secondly, I don't get off on guys calling women ugly for me. Like, when I said Sonnetter thinks you're disgusting, it's because how you act. Okay? Remember that.
He said, you still got your headline. Well, my headline is receiving a little bit, but that's why I put it in front of my hairline to keep it grown. And you also go put it on your face so you don't have them black spots on your face. This clears it up. Trust me. And it gets your hair thicker. Your hair grows with this. It's $70. I'm not selling it. It's $70 a bottle. I said, I'm going to try it because I've been seeing people try it around the way and people been telling me. So I said, I'm going to get it.
I was doing this because this is back in May or March. This woman has been harassing me about my looks. And I just haven't said anything about it. I just go live and show myself like at my bare self. Look at me, like no filter, no makeup, just tired, doing whatever. And I'm showing my hair because she was always saying I'm bald. And you'll see my hairline. But I want you to just keep looking at this go over and over while he's talking, because watch what they keep saying. This guy knows I have hair, but she keeps on saying, you don't have a hairline, you're bald.
And I got me one. You know, this bottle is $70.
Y'all see my hairline, right? That's my hairline. Do I not have a hairline? But what if I didn't have a hairline, my loves? There are women who are struggling with hair loss. So what if I don't have hair? And I'm going to let you hear. I'm saying if I didn't have hair. Thank goodness I have hair. But what if I didn't have hair? What if I lost it? CRIMlNAL Latham, I'm going to let you see this woman who is beautiful. She's 53 in September. Remember, you heard this woman try to age shame women, right? But then she compares herself and says she looks like CRIMlNAL Latham. CRIMlNAL Latham is, I'm going to show you an article where she talks about wigs and she shaved her hair off for Napoli Ever After. Like, this woman is the opposite of what all women are about empowering women, making women not feel bad about their looks. Showing yourself and feeling good about yourself is not making women feel bad about their looks. When I show myself and say, I know I look good. Wow, don't I feel good? Hey, and I'll say, when I see women come on my comment board and say, you're beautiful, that's the best part. It's not when I appreciate everybody, but when the women say it, I say, you are beautiful. You're so, you know why? It makes you actually beautiful to appreciate the beauty of other women. When you hear me talking about women, like when Tamika One always was on the comment boards, oh, you're so ugly. She's not even pretty. She's old. She's not pretty. And so said she's ugly. I was like, show yourself, Tamika One. And that's what I do. When women come and say, you think you're pretty, you're ugly, you think you're beautiful, you think people are dreaming of you. That's what this woman actually said. Why are you trying to make it like I'm not desirable? Why are you trying to make it like Sherry Shepherd is not desirable? You see how she said it was a dream come true? A woman like Sherry Shepherd never would have thought she could do a swimsuit ad. But this person is so hateful and so insecure about herself and so sick that when she sees another woman loving her beautiful self, appreciating her looks, and being adored and admired, it makes her angry because she's got something really, really disgustingly scary inside about herself. And it's violent. She said, you don't want to mess with me. I get violent. I beat women's butts. So let's listen more to this, where Sonetter's talking about the hairline and the oil. And let's see how her boyfriend, because they're a package deal. She said, my husband and I are a package deal. Yeah, and you two criminals are a package deal. So let's listen.
They have a smaller bottle. I think it's for 40 or 50. I don't know. But trust me when I tell you, you use it for your face. You know how you get older. See how this one is? That right there, the little black spot. Clears it, takes it right off. Trust me. Within a month, yeah, he's talking to Nepal. You know them black spots that's all over your fucking face, Nepal? He's saying that shit that he got, that fucking 125th Street concoction that some niggas have put together. He's saying that shit to get them fucking black spots off your face.
You hear that? Okay, thank you, Most High, that I don't have black spots on my face. But what if I did? This is my face. I haven't done any makeup. No filters. Yes, I do have bags under my eyes. I've had them forever and ever. It's hereditary. And it gets worse if I sleep too much. And obviously, they get more prominent with stress and age. But I've always had bags. But let's listen to him keep on saying, I have black spots on my face. This is why I've been doing these videos where I put my face up there and my hairline and my body. Because these two, especially his girlfriend, have been harassing me.
And this is me just knowing Sinetta. I knew him for years. He's talking to you, Nepal.
So he knows my husband better than I do. Oh, so Sonetta is on the internet saying his wife has black spots on her face. This is a sick guy. And you know what's funny? This woman is so mentally ill and narcissistic. She's worried. She keeps saying, you're trying to make your husband say bad things about me. She's projecting. I don't want my husband to say anything about you besides that you're harassing me. Besides that you're so insanely jealous and obsessed and stalking me. Because he has a voice in the community bigger than mine. I don't want him to go in on your looks. I don't care. What I want him to do is make people aware of that you're a stalker and you're sick. And it gets you off to have your boyfriend talk about my looks when obviously he was in a relationship with me. Why am I so ugly with black marks on my face now? Because he's doing it because you asked him to do it, but you're a package deal. You see my face, everybody? There's no black marks on my face. But again, what if there were? What if I was one of those women who has black marks on her face and needs help? What's funny about it? Peace, Wonder. Oh, I just looked at the chat. Peace, everybody. Peace, Wonder Wana, Tony Chiba, Judah. Hey, Judah. The Watcher. Yeah, I just want to show this Weezane. Now you can see it, I hope, right? So, okay, let's keep listening.
Them black spots that's on your face, Nepal, right? And we know it's black spots on your face. Why? Because you did a stream where all these fucking black spots is on your face. We see right on the left side of your face, you got like black spots. You got black spots right underneath your eyelids.
He said that beauty mark on the side of my face is a black spot. Even like I said, even if it was, why are you and your woman so obsessed with my looks? Look, watch. See that? He's saying those are black spots, y'all. That right there is a beauty mark. It's a freckle. And then the one right next to it is a smaller freckle. You heard him say on the left side of your face? He means the right side. Look at my pirate eye. I'm doing like squinty eye. But anyway, so yeah, this is him talking about my face. Let's keep listening.
Like black spots all over your face. So what CRIMlNAL is saying, right?
They say I have no hair.
He don't know how to get rid of the bags under your eyes in that 5 o'clock stash. But he do know how to get rid of those black spots that's all over your fucking face, right? So what he's saying...
He said I have a mustache. That makes me laugh because I don't know what it is about that. Like, I don't know if it's Dominican or what, but people be saying that about me. I don't have a mustache. Maybe it's a shadow of my lips, but that doesn't bother me. However, it would make somebody could commit suicide. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Suicide. Somebody could unalive themselves off of these kind of comments. I know that it's just sickness and jealousy, so I'm exposing it, and it's criminal.
He's saying that that potion that he got from 125th Street, that potion could get the black spots off your fucking face. That's what he's saying. He's trying to tell you that.
Let's listen to this guy doing this for her. It's creepy and it's really sick. And I said, cease and desist. And until you do, I will continue to document it and keep it public for the public record and for the court.
You know what I'm saying? Indirectly. He's trying to tell you that. So you got to just pick up on a message.
You're going to be looking like, wow, what the hell? And it just clears you up. And then your hair grows. It makes it thicker. You put it in.
So CRIMlNAL is also talking about your receding ass headline, right? So he's going to help you out with that potion that he got off of 125th Street. That the same potion.
Okay, so this is his woman always saying that I don't have a hairline. That's actually what he's saying now. They keep saying receding hairline. People say, well, you're trying to prove to them. No, I'm showing you the harassment. And what if I did have a receding hairline? Which I clearly don't. And that's what she's jealous about. She wants me to be bald. She wants me to look hideous. She wants me to be what she considers not attractive.
That gets the black shit off your face, Nepal. It's the same potion that you could put in your hair to correct that fucked up ass hairline of yours. That's what he's trying to tell you.
Into the scalp. And that's why I like this part right here, this piece here. I like this piece, the pointed piece, because it goes in here. You put it in there where you know it's going to hit that scalp.
Right.
You know, I can feel it, like scratching my scalp. You put it in there, and then you just try to get it all over your hair.
Rub it in.
I like
rub it
to
on
do
it
right here. And I noticed when I was doing this.
Yeah. So Nepal. He said it's only $70.
So she's joined the panel. I would, if CRIMlNAL was up there, no, don't get me wrong. If this was somebody who's, even when he's attacking some other, what I said her name earlier, QT, when he's like talking about her looks, like, I don't really like being on the panel when she talks about him though. Like when he's like, you're so not attractive. I don't even like that. But I don't think he's wrong to do what he wants to do. Because he's not on the panel just attacking her. She's actually calling him a PDF file. I'm talking about QT, not this one who's stalking me right here. And so he'll fire back and he'll be looking at her face going, you disgust me. You look so disgusting. He's talking about how she's been attacking him. But even then, I don't sit there and go, oh, it feels so good that you're making fun of her looks. But if I'm not showing the video for copyright purposes, but you're going to hear him say, and here she is. And yeah, unfortunately, he's going to say her name. I'm going to try to pause it. But she joined the panel and she's sitting there just feeling so good that this guy is like, talk about my hair. Let's listen. And she thinks she keeps on saying, not thinks, oh, I look like Sanaa Lathan. Everybody says I look like Sanaa Lathan. Okay. But we're going to listen to see what Sanaa Lathan thinks about women and their hair.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go to 125th, you holler at the dude because, you know, the black shit that's all over your face. He's saying that when you use that for about a week, it'll get all that black shit that's on your face off. That's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? And after that, only thing that you could worry about is them baggy ass eyes and that 5 o'clock stash. So we got Angel.
All right, so hear that
on the panel.
She's on the panel. Here she comes.
What's going on? What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey. No, just up here, you know. I want everybody to understand that, you know, Solar is doing what he needs to do, but
hear that? He's doing what he needs to. My bad. So, yeah, talk about women like that. Thank you, Philip LeBlanc, and peace to you. Yeah, so I see everybody in here. I know, but that's okay. She will stop once once it hits her in the criminal record and in the pocket, she's going to stop. Trust and believe. I know you're like me, Wonder Woman. Look at my sister. This is a beauty goddess. When I first met this woman in this picture, really, I was like, how is she so beautiful? She looks just like she looks on the picture. We met each other. We know what each other looks like. And it's so bizarre to her. I know who she is. Like sisters like her and like me and like most women, it's bizarre to us to just sit and talk about a woman's looks. It's weird. But there are women on the internet who are very, very sick, jealous, criminals, insecure, hateful, mentally ill who do this. And I will continue to expose them. So there's a couple more timestamps I just want to play. And then I'll be done. Every time they do something, I will play it. And I will say cease and desist. Okay, this is formal enough. This is even more legal than something sent in writing, to be honest. We're in the 21st century and we're in 2024. So yeah, cease and desist from this. But okay, you don't want to? We'll get this in a court of law. And when we said we're coming to Philadelphia, we clearly said to the courthouse. We're not thugs and crazy people like you are. We're not going to stalk you. When we said we're going to dox you, we said we're contacting the FBI and the local authorities to dox you. Okay, we didn't say we're going to look your address up or go to your parents' house like you and that guy like to go to people's mothers' homes. Because on his criminal record, and he admits he went to an elderly lady's home to beat her son up in front of his minor children. You sent someone to my mom's house. You're a criminal. We're not coming out there to be criminals. We're going to do what our brother Tariq Nasheed did with that serial stalker, lifetime sex offender. Okay, the one who calls himself a Moor. We're going to do that. We're going to take you to court. We're going to take you to the law. And we'll see. You said your record squeaky clean, ma'am. It won't be squeaky clean after the authorities. And you said I like to talk a lot of SHIT. When it comes to people coming over to my mother's home, my elderly mom's home, and almost sending her to the hospital, which will be in the lawsuit, I'm not BSing you. And I'm transparent about what I want to do because I've already told you to cease and desist and you won't. So let's get to 41. Let's see here. I'm going to promote the debate at the end of this. Let's go to, I think I already played the hairline thing with him. You think you look good. Oh, yeah. This is another one with her. Let's go to, let me share the Sanaa Lathan stuff. So Sanaa Lathan, this is a picture. Well, basically they did a video and they tried to split screen me. Well, they did. I keep saying try. They compared me to Eartha Kitt, saying that I'm old and I'm like unattractive. And then they split screen her with Sanaa Lathan. I have the image right here, but I'm not going to show her, of course. But see this image? I'll show you the image. So they're on their harassment channel that they set up. They have a split screen. I deleted her name and cut her face out. But I want to show you. I think this is it. So you see Sanaa Lathan, and then at the bottom they have her name, and then they had her face, but I cut her face out for legal purposes. But you see at the bottom where it says YouTube celeb lookalikes. She actually had created this. She did. She created this and put Sanaa Lathan, and I'm laughing because Sanaa Lathan, it is not about women attacking women and shaming women. So thank you, Tony Chiba. Yeah, that's the debate, y'all. Please get the tickets. It's soon, this morning. I mean, this evening. So here's Sanaa Lathan that she keeps saying, I look like Sanaa Lathan. I look like Sanaa Lathan. Sanaa Lathan is 53 years old. If you weren't in here when I played it, I can get it again where she's like, you're old. She has an issue. She's middle-aged. She's a middle-aged woman. And she has adult children. But for some reason, she continues to call me old. Okay. So let's see. Here it is. I'm going to go to 48 and if you weren't here earlier, I just want you to hear it before I show you Sanaa Lathan, who she continues to say she looks like. All right. So here it is. Oh, and she calls me a broke bee. It's because she actually thinks that she has some information on me from stalking me, doxing me, having people mess with my pictures, deep fake AI. She spent thousands of dollars on this, you guys. Thousands. She spent over $2,000 on doing this. So just wrap your mind around that. How do I know? Because she hired a private investigator out of town. How do I know? Because she said on her stream, I have people that I can hire. I have the money. I can do this. She goes, and you're going to see. She's like, we got something for you. And right away when she said it, I knew she was talking about private investigators. And what was I going to do? Nothing. I left it alone. Then she sent people to my mom's. So she didn't just do that, though. Then she passed it off to one of the deep fake AIers. We know Queen's Throne does deep fake AI. She has it all over her channel of me. And the other guy who taught her. So, yeah, all of that. If I'm so ugly and old and unattractive, all of that, why? And what's your point? Oh, she says, I'm doing this because you're telling people that Solar attacked a little girl. No, I'm telling people that a little girl accused Solar of attacking her. He was arrested. He was charged. and he went to trial, preliminary trial for it. That's what I'm telling people. Then I'm telling people, showing his record, that he was in a public library receiving a fellatio. And then he got charged for that and he pled guilty. He then had to be supervised around children, and he had a stay away order from places like libraries and schools where children are often present. That was for whatever time. That's what I'm telling people. What is the facts? And I'm letting people know that he did non-consensual revenge PORN on me. And I have proof of that as well. So that's what I'm doing. And because I'm doing that, and because before all of this, she was already hateful in 21. I don't know if she saw my pictures and she just got upset, jealous. That's what she is. She's jealous. She's sick. Let's look at CRIMlNAL Latham. Yeah, I go on and on because I like to be thorough. Okay. I like to be thorough. And do you know any surgeries that are quick? No, I'm surgical. Okay, so let's get this woman playing. Let me get CRIMlNAL Latham's record up here, or her record. Her record. Let me get CRIMlNAL Latham's age up here so you can see how old the beautiful woman is. And then we'll read a little article, an excerpt from an article that she did. So here's the age of CRIMlNAL Latham. Y'all see that says 52, September 19th, 1971. That means she's going to be 53. Remember, I showed you the split screen that she made saying she looks like CRIMlNAL Latham, right? Okay, so let's listen to what she thinks about women and their age, even though she's middle-aged and almost 50 herself.
The last bit of livelihood, and y'all really don't know. Like, they literally said today they were going to come to Philadelphia, and then he hushes her as if they got some plot. Do it.
We don't have a plot. We're not ghetto thugs that come to harass people. We're going to go to Philadelphia to the court. I clearly said that. But of course, she's a manipulator like him. She didn't say the full thing.
Do it. But I hope you're really doing it. Because I heard that you was a broke bitch that just talks a lot of shit.
Does that sound like a professional person? Anyone who's professional, who has something to lose, and is a business owner or has a career, they would never invite you to come anywhere, even if it was for a fight, a criminal fight, or to sue you in a court of law. They would sit back and say, okay, you know what? This is not what I want to do. But this is ratchet behavior. This is showing me that she's a criminal. This is showing everyone that she's a criminal. This is showing us that she's not a professional. She's not a law-abiding citizen. She's definitely not classy. And she's a dangerous person. I'm being honest. I really feel uneasy when I go outside. I don't know if she's going to send somebody to do something physically harm me. I don't know if she's going to do, like, I imagine somebody might run me down with a car. I don't care about if it's not cool and I don't sound street enough. I don't care. There's so many things happening to Black people, Black women. Unfortunately, one of our sisters, and you know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She was shot by the police. And why did she call the police? She thought there was an intruder. She thought and I think she had an order of protection against this guy. So, you know, it's like, this isn't play. This isn't play. Okay? So seeing what happened to Sonia Massey, thankfully I live in a state where you can stand your ground and you can arm yourself. When I said shoot to kill here, within the parameters of the law, you got to know the gun laws. You got to know what you can do as a law-abiding citizen to protect yourself. And when my mother saw her people she hired, looking through her window, an elderly lady, my mom was hysterical. The police came, the EMT came. This isn't a joke. But I just wanted you to show you that CRIMlNAL Latham is actually 53. What does this woman say?
And you're running scared, you're explaining. You talk about what I'm up here doing. People got you up here showing that Sherry Shepherd body, looking a hot mess. Like, girl, you look 53, and that's okay. That's okay. You know, you talk about what I'm up here doing. People got you up here showing that Sherry Shepherd body, looking a hot mess. Like, girl, you look 53, and that's okay. That's okay.
Why is she doing that to Sherry Shepherd? Okay, so thank you for being here. Let's read what the 53-year-old Sanaa Latham. Remember, she's always saying she looks like her. And again, this is a middle-aged woman. She said 33 is a baby. When somebody said, I'm 33, she goes, oh, you're just a baby. She has children in their 20s. My point is, why are you talking about women who are in your age group? Why are you trying to fat shame Sherry Shepherd when you're 190 pounds and 5'9"? Your arms, Sherry Shepherd's beautiful, so I'm not dissing you. Your arms are the same size as Sherry Shepherd's, my friend. But with all that aside, I want you to cease and desist from talking about me. I'm asking the whys because I'm appealing to her humanity if there is any, but I don't think so. And I want the crowd to know we have to come together and fight against these criminals, these cyber stalkers. And what they will always do is say, oh, I have to cyber stalk them. I have to change their pictures. I have to do this because they came for me. Don't fall for that. Let me say that 3 times. They always say, I have to do this. I have to do 5-hour streams on her and talk about how she doesn't have hair and say this because, you know, they came for us. No, that's not how you handle it if you're professional. If I really was doing something criminal, you take legal action. Instead of spending over $2,000 to come to send people here, private investigators, paparazzis to follow this nobody, and go to my mother's house and follow my ex-husband, instead of doxing me with private investigators, instead of paying someone to do a deep fake AI on me, you would have gone to court and you would have done what I did. It's only $300. And you would file a court case against me, and then you'd have me served. But you're not a professional. And that tells me that you're not mentally well. Of course you're not. So let's see here. That's my unprofessional assessment, Your Honor. So let's see here. Here is the last bit. I want to share this article that Sanaa Latham, it's an excerpt. She did a movie called Nappily Ever After. I also wanted to show you some pictures of her. Where's that picture I have? Here it is. I want to show you this picture of her when she shaved her hair. Because the funny thing is, they love to play with people's pictures, family. Like, it gets her off. Like, and then she had the audacity to say that me played with her pictures. No, you play with people's pictures because it bothers you when women look good. Here's Sanaa Latham. If you see her, everyone, look at her. Does she look her best? No, she doesn't. But we know this is a picture of her after she shaved her head. She was in a movie crying and she wanted to look raw. She doesn't look her best, but she looks amazingly beautiful to me. Because I know I see a beautiful woman's face, and I know she has a beautiful heart from the stuff she says in her interviews. And I know she's funny and talented. So I don't play with people's pictures just because I know they're more successful, beautiful, loved, intelligent. But this woman, this psychopathic stalker, this cyber criminal, she does that to women. So this is the woman she says she looks like. But let's see Sanaa Latham in the article that she has. I want you to listen to this article. And then I'll be done. This wasn't that long. An hour? Yeah, I think it's worth it. Sanaa Latham, Nappily Ever After. Okay, I think this is it. Is this it? Oh, dang. This isn't it either. It's this article right here. Okay, let me see. And Sanaa Lathan is beautiful. But she's beautiful inside first. And that makes her even more beautiful on the outside. You can't say you look like Sanaa Lathan physically and then be a stalker, jealous, dangerous, a liar, a manipulator, a narcissist, a gaslighter, a dangerous criminal. Because cyber stalking is dangerous. It can lead to some real problems in people's lives. It can cause death at the worst part. It can cause emotional problems. It can cause depression. It messes with other people's lives. With if you are continuously stalking people, AF, I'm talking to this woman, and stalking their families, it causes problems. You will face the law. We will see how much of a BSer I am. So let's read this excerpt. So basically, Sanaa Lathan had to shave her head for this movie, right? So an excerpt right here, which she wears wigs all the time. And this particular woman who's stalking me, she's always saying, I don't wear wigs. I'm not bald like these BITCHs. And you see, I have a hairline. You heard her boyfriend, right? So here they asked her a question. There's a great moment in the film where your character says that women can wear any hairstyle that they want. Who's heard me say that? I hope my regular followers have. It's having the option to wear it naturally that you're advocating for. Can you speak to that? Exactly. You love your hair, but you can wear any type of hair you want. What about the women who are having alopecia issues? But this stalker continues to hair shame Black women. She says they're bald, not just me. She was calling Empress Janet bald. She's like, your thin hair, those 3 strands of hair, your bald ass. Oh, I can just show my hair and then all you bald bitches will be upset. She continues to say, I don't have hair. Why? What about the sisters who are struggling with hair? You're a hair shamer. You're a fat shamer. You're an age shamer. Let's read what Sanaa Lathan says. Let me read the question again. There's a great moment in the film where your character says that women can wear any hairstyle they want to. It's having the option to wear it naturally that you advocate for. Can you speak to that? Sanaa Lathan says, that's actually something that I wanted to highlight because I really didn't want people to feel like we were saying, oh, if you don't wear your hair natural, you're doing a bad thing. That the stalker continues to tell women, oh, you're wearing wigs. Oh, you're bald. You bald. First, before she really went in and turned it up and got real like dangerous, going to my mom's and following me and now really messing with my pictures. She used to be on the internet every day saying, there's this woman over there in that consciousness community and she's bald and she wears wigs, but I don't wear wigs. So she was always doing that. So that's why I started showing myself more in shorts. I was like, here I am. I didn't go and say, well, there's this woman over there. I just said, okay, but there is a couple times when I was on a panel and I let it go. I said, leave me alone. Stop talking about my looks. And she used that as a narcissistic, psychopathic stalker. She used that as, you see, guys, she's talking to me. I have to do these streams on her and call her old and ugly. I have to say she's wearing people are like, she's going to keep doing it. They're right. She used to say, oh, you're wearing a waist trainer. So I showed my back, the skin, unlike her, who she decided to show her whole self with her panties on and lift her shirt up. That's on her. But I showed my back and I was like, no, waist trainer. She's like, oh, but you have control panties on. Like, so it never will stop. It's not about how I actually look. And I already know that. But I'm going to continue to show what a liar she is, how obsessed she is, how jealous she is. But what if I was like Sherry Shepherd, this beautiful woman? Remember, she had the control waist in her swimsuit. She said she felt so good about herself. What if I was that woman? There are women out there right now who look like that. I really hope I'm not muted, God. I wasn't looking. There are women out there who have issues and they wear waist trainers and they wear control tops and it makes them feel good and they wear wigs And she comes in and she's like, I'm going to set the beauty standards. Nobody with wigs on or waist trainers is beautiful. She literally was telling me, nobody wants you. Nobody's dreaming of you. Go look at my other video that I did about this stalker. She's like, stop thinking people want you. You're just an average looking Dominican worker scrubbing the not scrubbing. She said, working in the salon. You're nobody. Stop thinking anybody wants you. That is sick. That is dangerous. And that is illegal. So with all that said, let me finish reading what CRIMlNAL Latham says. I know what I do, but that's why I do it. And I'm Nepal. So I go off on a tangent, but I come right back. That's actually something that's why I'm a content creator. I'm not just sitting here silent, right? Silently. I'm not just silently sitting here. That's actually something that I wanted to highlight because I really didn't want people to feel like we were saying, if you don't wear your hair natural, you're doing a bad thing. Because this is what CRIMlNAL Latham says. You know, the woman, the 53-year-old woman that she says she looks like. Because wigs, I'm sitting in my closet right now and I'm looking at about 12 wigs on wig heads right now. Let me say that again. Shout out to CRIMlNAL Latham. That's actually something that I wanted to highlight because I really didn't want people to feel like we were saying, if you don't wear your hair natural, you're doing a bad thing. Because wigs, I'm sitting in my closet right now and I'm looking at about 12 wigs on wig heads right now. It's part of my job. But I also believe that at this point in history, yes, it kind of came out of a conditioning that maybe our kinky hair is not as beautiful. But now we've kind of claimed it as our own. And wigs, weaves, straightening your hair, wearing it curly, wearing it natural, it's all an expression of all who you want to be that day. It's almost like hair can be an accessory. We no longer have to fit into this one little box, no wig, no weave, no makeup that some hideous man made up, by the way. Some hideous man who said he would harm children in a horrible way, who looks hideous from the outside in. No wig, no weave, no makeup. I laugh at that. I've scoffed at that. So she said, we no longer have to fit into this one little box. So the message really is, yes, embrace your natural hair as beautiful, but you can do whatever you want to your hair. You got it? And if it makes you feel beautiful, damn those, excuse my language, but I'm going to get it. Damn those men, and definitely shame on those women who try to make you feel like if you don't have your hair how they have their hair, then you're not beautiful. See, sick women will tell you, you see how thick and healthy and long my hair is? Oh, you're wearing a wig, so you're not as beautiful as me. You're not as beautiful as I am. She literally was telling me I'm not as beautiful as she. She said, you're not beautiful. Nobody's thinking of you. Nobody's dreaming of you. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to quote it. Nobody's dreaming of you. Nobody's thinking of you. You're not beautiful. I'm beautiful, she says. I'm going to get that clip. I got to get it. So let me play that when she said that madness. And it's on my channel. Like, who do you think you are? Shout out to Max Bird, everybody in here. Greg, I see you. Nola. All right, I'm almost done, so I appreciate y'all hanging in here. But let's just get that one clip where she has the audacity. So first off, you heard her making fun of my age, over 50, right? But she's a little bit off, but I'm not going to split hairs. You know how it is, ladies. Nobody has to tell their age, by the way, but she's saying 53. She's a little off. Not much, though, considering that she's almost 50 herself. Check. And the woman that she continues to compare herself, that she thinks is the ideal beauty, is going to be 53. Make that make sense. But let me go and get from my channel real quick. If you would just bear with me, I want you to hear her. Yeah, anyway, we already saw that. We already know what it is. I'm sure I'm laughing at my little log balancing act. Okay, so here it is live where I talk about I'm being stalked, you damn right. And I'm not weak, I'm strong. It takes strong people to fight back and say, yeah, leave me alone. I don't like it. So here it is. Racist, she's prejudiced against, heard me. Hold on. Like, did you hear jealous? Like, did you hear saying any Dominican hair spot? Like, she's racist, she's prejudiced against, and another woman's ugly. You don't talk to a professional model with a professional. You're in your 40s. You're if a woman, you're either a disgusting bully, she's jealous. Listening to this psychopath, I found out that a woman said, she's ugly. She's the beholder. You're watching chat, but I saw that. Where is it? Bully. And this is all going on record. And I talk a lot.
Beautiful. Like I live my life.
Did you catch that? Right into I'm beautiful. Beautiful thing to say. And I appreciate it. It's saying you sent them out. I'm going to investigate. I don't care how much I like him. Okay. Not her. She hates me so much because I'm speaking up for myself. And she hates me so much that I'm not ugly. She's so sick. Did you notice that she went into talking about herself? I'm going to rewind it. Thank you so much. And I appreciate the compliments. One second, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You're one of the most gorgeous women on the planet. Wow. Thank you. That is such a nice thing, beautiful thing to say. And I appreciate it. It's not disrespectful to anybody. It's a beautiful thing to say, especially when you see what's going on here. It's weird, right? Y'all like, and thank you to Cannabis to Go. I am everybody in the chat. I see you. I'm not really watching the chat, but I saw that. Listen, do you see her when she goes from "You're not beautiful"? Okay, I think I'll find it right here. Okay, I'm talking a lot. You're like, yeah, Nepal, we told you talk a lot. I'm trying to find it. God, get to the point, girl. Okay, let me get myself here. What happened? I got to get that back to you. Just give me a minute, okay? Probably not, though. The answer is no. No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's not even a big deal. Okay, so I'll take care of that in a second. Thanks for reminding me. Let me screen share this though, because I'm already. No. Don't do that. Don't go think too much about it. It's not that deep. Trust me. I'll take care of that. All right. So let's see here. I'm screen sharing. Listen. Bully. And this is all going on record and will be in my court, added to my court case. Yep, sure will. So let's go back and listen again to this woman talking about me, how I'm not a beauty queen. Oh, you're so old. You're this and that. She's the same age as me, but probably a year younger. But let's listen.
Years ago, you're a regular woman. Like, nobody's dreaming about you at night talking about she's beautiful. Like, girl, people tell me every day I'm beautiful. Like, I live my life as...
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Gonna let this... No, boss trucker. That's not the right attitude. Okay, because I know you have two young, beautiful women in your picture. Let me say this. She doesn't have rent in my head. It's actually illegal what she's doing. You see these two beauties on your thumbnail? Imagine if someone since 2021 has been harassing your daughters or whoever these beautiful women are. Maybe they're not your daughters. But imagine if every time they turned around, they were trying to gang stalk and gather people to join in with their harassment and saying, oh my gosh, look at Boss Trucker's daughter. She's knowing that they're drop dead gorgeous. Oh, she thinks she looks so good. That's probably weave. And you know that she doesn't have a hairline, right, guys? You would be like, what the hell's going on here after 3 years? You get what I'm saying? I mean, so I'm glad I highlighted that. I'm not doing that. I'm an advocate for women, a real advocate. How can this woman QT, I'm going to say it, Miss you know what, Throne, she says she advocates for women and children, but she continuously harasses me online for years, lying on me. Okay. So I'm glad you get it, my friend, because it's serious. You know, I think of my daughter, and I think of if these are your daughters or young women, they're not as strong and as resilient. This is not good. I am very strong, but this is very damaging. So somebody says to me, don't let them know you do. No, I'm going to let them know, because in the court of law, the law is going to let them know. They're they're working to damage my reputation, my business. I mean, getting on the internet talking about she's not a doula. Why do you think I can't even list myself like I want to list myself on the internet? Because of people like her. She says she's a professional. She says she's an engineer. I know that's a lie. You have to actually register as a licensed engineer, and you can lose your engineer license for criminal activity like this. You can't sit on the internet and talk about people for hours. And then just because you say, and she's stalking me, show me where I'm stalking you, lady. You literally paid somebody to come out here. Don't you know? Sonnetter says, don't be so transparent. And I love his wisdom. You do know that there are cameras, and you do know that the police took a police report, right? You do know there's a ring cam across the street where whoever that was parked. Or even if they thought they could park around the corner, everyone in that neighborhood knows us, that whole block. They're all coming together to help my mom and sharing their ring cam. So whoever walked away, which is on camera, we know what car they got into. We know the license plate number because they were following my ex-husband. And it's going to come back to you. Okay, because first off, your private eye didn't do too well. Number one. And number two, they're not going to take the fall for you. I said enough. All right. So yeah, this isn't rent in my head, my friend. This is me exposing a criminal and a woman who is insanely obsessed and jealous of me, to the point where she's trying to convince people that I'm ugly. If I'm ugly, am I the only ugly person on the internet? She's stalking me. She's threatening me. So anyway, y'all heard her. She tells me, you're not beautiful, and then goes into saying, I'm beautiful. That's sickness. Tell me how I'm not a beauty queen. Oh, you're so old. You're this and that. She's the same age as me, but probably a year younger. But let's listen. That's true. I don't know if she's almost 50, but she's damn sure near 50.
Years ago, you're a regular woman. Like, nobody's dreaming about you at night talking about she's beautiful. Like, girl, people tell me every day I'm beautiful. Like, I live my life as
okay, grand opening, grand closing. This is a definite psycho. And I mean that in the legal way. This is a scary person. I said what I said, and I hope and I pray, boss, and I mean this, boss Trucker, why is it like this? Why would they send someone to your mom? Yeah, you tell me. You've been watching me. You know how I get. I know. Don't worry about that. I'm going to fix it right now. Have you seen me stalking anybody or talking about, hey guys, come on in. I want to talk to you about this woman and her looks. I'm telling you about her stalking me, and how about her. You hear her harassing me. You hear her talking about me like a dog on the internet. That's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. People with careers and with accomplishments, they don't do that. So if she really does have a career, then there's clearly something wrong with her. That this jealousy has gotten her so crazy that she's going to destroy what she's built in her life and worked for. Because I will find out who she is through the courts, And her boyfriend's going to help us, by the way. I know I'm saying a lot. So thank you. At least that pariah, that sociopath, and that offender, that deviant, at least he will do that for me. He will lead me to her. Okay. Now, before I start promoting the debates, I do want y'all to know, he said I'm dragging my child into it. No, I was, when my father passed away in 2019, I was a wreck. I met him through someone saying you should go do debates. Remember Charles Manson, what's the guy, the good looking one, Ted Bundy. A lot of these guys know how to get you when you're vulnerable. And even Jeffrey Dahmer, all those young men he lured to his home, they are masters of manipulation. You heard him saying, oh, see, Sonetter's talking about her hair. That's a part of his manipulation. This guy, I'm talking about this dangerous, they're both dangerous. The one who you heard me talking about, her boyfriend, I used to be talking to him and betrothed. I was doing this Hebrew Israelite custom where you betroth long distance to someone. You don't meet up with them until you decide, you do a courting stage. It's partially biblical. Some of it is modern, but it's old fashioned to say that. And you court and then you meet up and then you get married. That's common in that culture, in the Hebrew Israelite culture. So when my father passed away, I was in a vulnerable state. I was in grief. And he was at the right place in the right time. And he started to take advantage of me and manipulate me. But throughout the relationship that was long distance, I started to notice things about him that were very, very disturbing. Nothing about child harm, but definitely woman harm. And when I say harm, manipulating women for sexual things. And then toward the end, because I ended it, he always had this like interest in my child. And, you try not to think, you think it's genuine, but then I have a son who's older and he's a boy. He never once asked me about him, nothing. I'm compelled to play this, and I have more. I'm just going to play a portion of it, but the rest is for court. I want you to hear a conversation, because I started to, I had broken my phone, or I dropped it somewhere and I needed to get a new phone, but I was waiting for it to get shipped to me. My child had a phone, and I called him from that phone and said, I'm just using her phone as emergency. I explicitly said, once I get my phone, don't contact me on this phone. Even though I told him, don't call that phone, he continued to call it, knowing it was my minor child's phone. And not only did he continue to call it, one day he called it, my child handed the phone to me immediately. We don't play that. My children are 100% safe. They know how to act. They know about situations and scenarios. I teach them in an appropriate way, because I'm a real child advocate. Call me overprotective mom if you want. I'll be the OPM, but my children are safe. So he called it the one time. She gave it to me immediately. Mommy, here. I looked, I saw his number. I answered. I said, oh, so-and-so, I told you don't call this phone. And he said, oh, I'm sorry. Next day, called it again. He knew my new phone. He knew my phone was back. I answered it. I said, so-and-so, why are you calling this phone? So basically, the story is, when he did call, he called once, it could have been a mistake. But the other time he called, I looked at my child and I said, answer it. When she answered it, he asked her questions. Hi, how are you? How was your day? Did you have a good day at school? Why are you doing that? Not knowing that I was standing there. Why are you calling my child trying to talk to her? Now I get it. It could have been harmless, right? No. Red flag came up. Maybe it was harmless, but I took note of it and I told him, why are you calling and why are you talking to her? Don't do that. Move forward, put it in my file. And that's when I started to say, something ain't right here. Because when I first met him too, this is going to be in court. And anyone who knows that was around SVDL, he asked me for, my daughter was drawing these drawings for like DuckTales. And he's like an over preoccupation asking me about her. He's like, oh, and I would, you know how you're talking to your child, like, oh, here's the markers. And he's like, what's she doing? I was like, oh, she's drawing. She really loves to draw. And he's like, oh, really? Can you send me the drawings? I want to see them. And, you know, in my mind, I'm like, oh, really? Okay. It's not a wrong thing for a man to ask that, right? I took the picture of the art, and then he takes all of her art and puts it up on his thumbnails for his debates. Like it had nothing to do with the debates. And if anyone remembers, all of his, like 4 of his debates had ducktail drawings. And he's like, can you let her know that I did that? I wanted to see that I put up her drawings as my thumbnails. I never told her because, you know what I mean? It was bizarre, but I was like thinking, no, I'm not going to lie. She doesn't care. She doesn't even look at this stuff. I'm not going to tell her to look at YouTube. That was a thing that I look back on and go, oh my God, what is wrong? And so the last thing after the phone thing, which happened months after the ducktail drawings, I started to record him. Yes. And I went into my other phone. He's saying, how do I have all this stuff? Because I got you. Because you asked me for my children's social security's numbers too. I got you. I got it all. Text messages, everything. So she's talking about she's going to nail me and my husband to the wall. You and your criminal boyfriend and your criminal acts are going to be revealed. And I don't have to sound like a wilting flower. If my voice sounds very strong, it's because I don't like to be bullied. I don't like to be put in danger. And I damn sure don't like people calling me a liar when it comes to children. So let me let you hear just 4 seconds of him when I started recording him. I'm not going to play the whole thing because I need to have it for court. But I want you to hear him ask me about my child, if she's going to go to sleep. And I have several recordings of this. Because this is when I was getting sick of him. And that's why when you see me on that video saying, oh, he's a disgusting person, you guys don't know, I was getting just sick of him. I wasn't thinking he would really attack a child till I found out that information later. But with all the stories he had told me about women and what he did to them in this deviant way, and then it just was just not right. It didn't set with me right. And of course, we're 2,000 miles away from this guy, and my child never was on the phone with him alone. So all this stuff about stop inserting your child, no, my child wasn't involved in this because I didn't let you get involved with her. So my heart goes out to the women who make the mistake. I'm not beating those women up, but you got to be extra careful of these people, because look what happened. I found out later that a 14-year-old girl said he attacked her. I repeat, the court papers, arrested, charged, went to trial. In a preliminary trial, a child said that he tried to SA her, a 14-year-old girl. It comes from his own mouth. Look at this right here in the dumpster channel. If you're in the dumpster, go watch him himself say it. And then you know what the woman who's attacking me says? That little girl's a liar, and I'm going to get you. I'm going to nail you to the wall because I'm talking about the truth about this guy. And she's like, she calls me a gatekeeper. Well, I don't know what you guys call it. But when a woman starts threatening my life, threatening my livelihood, stalking me, talking about me, terrorizing my elderly mom, following my ex-husband, I don't know what you guys call it just because I'm exposing this guy. But for me, that's a gatekeeper. Now listen to this 4-second clip. My daughter's in the video. It's a video. She's sitting at the table. And he was always saying, bring her over. Let her sing with us. Never ask for my son. Listen what he says.
Yeah, you were saying that she had to go to bed.
Listen.
Yeah, you were saying that she had to go to bed. Yeah, you were saying that she had to go to bed. Yeah, you were saying that she had to go to bed.
Okay. Why did you think he kept on saying that? I mean, he only said once. Why do you think, yeah, you said she had to go to bed? Because he was asking to talk to her all the time. And I got the whole recording, James Cannon. So you better tell your girlfriend to back off and get out of this. Leave me alone. But at this point, she's going to be implicated because she's already come over and harassed my mom, and she's cyber stalking me. And this bothers her. Did you hear him? Did you hear him saying that was about my daughter? Because my baby's in the video. I'm looking at my baby, and I'm recording him asking, can she come over and talk, and can she sing? And I'm like, no, she has to go to bed. So here's an excerpt of him saying, oh yeah, you said she had to go to bed. Yeah, I know I did, you weirdo.
Yeah, you were saying that she had to go to bed. Yeah, you were saying that she had to go to bed.
Why is he asking about my 8-year-old?
Yeah, you were saying that she had to go to bed.
I'm gonna keep playing that part for you, James.
Yeah, you were saying that she had to go to bed.
I just give you that little clip because the rest is for the law. So with that said, we have a debate coming up. Thank you for staying to the end. We have a debate coming up. JJ7000 versus Chief X. Please tune in. The debate is only $3, my friends. That is nothing. I really hope you get your tickets. I'm going to drop the link. If you have any issues with it, email me at Napashadah1, NAPAHSHADAH1, and we will get that straightened out. I want to make this clear for court. I am not saying that this man had any type of contact that was inappropriate with my child. He did not get a chance to have inappropriate contact with my child. Let me say it again. This man never had any inappropriate contact with my child. Why? Because I didn't allow him to have access to my child. I made sure of that. When I used the phone that belonged to my child as an emergency phone, I explicitly said, do not call it. When he called it, I quickly intervened and took the phone so he would not be able to have access to my child. Why? Because I care about children. I don't play with children, and I damn sure don't play with my own. So I'm making that clear. Nobody's inserting their child. I'm letting people know the facts, just like it will come out in court. He had no access to my child. He had no inappropriate contact with my child. Ladies and gentlemen, guard your children. And by the way, I don't even do sleepovers. So I don't do sleepovers with my children over their friend's house, and I don't bring strangers' children, meaning non-family children, into my home. So just, that's how you have to be these days. Let me get this link, and I want you to please get the ticket. I want you to be there. It's going to be a great debate. We're doing these things. We're working. It's not what I'm doing isn't cyberbullying. I'm speaking up against cyberbullying. I'm giving facts. I'm warning you. We already had proof of a predator who polite, a serious serial child attacker, polite. So I am in the line and in the parameters of the law, and this is warranted because we have predators in these communities. I am saying, take care of your children. Stay away from people. Don't be vulnerable. Don't make mistakes. You want to make friends, but be very careful. Don't share things with people that, even if they tell you how great they are, ask somebody. And it doesn't make you a whore or a slut if you do that. However, you don't want to go through the pain and humiliation and the damage that non-consensual revenge, PORN, causes. It's very, very damaging. And this is what this man has done to me. His woman has now become a criminal because she is now attacking me, cyber stalking me out of insane jealousy and mental illness. And I don't know what he's done to her to make her act like this, but she's an adult. She says she's a professional. She has to face the law. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe to all the channels that if you're watching on the Dumpster or Last Laugh. Let me get the Last Laugh channel. so you guys can actually subscribe to it. The Last Laugh channel is sort of like the Dumpster, but it doesn't get obviously as much traffic because there's only 14 subscribers, but that's going to change right now, right? Okay. So let me get that for you. Please go subscribe to this channel. Please get the tickets for the debate. JJ 7000 versus Chief X. And I'll drop the debate for Judah too. Those are the ones that are coming up right now. So here's the one, Judah Naz versus Alazar, which is really going to be a great debate. We have, I think it's great that we lowered the prices because there are a lot of people coming in. You know, it's more affordable. And who does that for us? Sonnetter. And I don't want to hear about, oh, he has to. He didn't have to make, when things get rough, they make the prices higher. Check. So here's the Judah Naz debate. Let me put this, Judah Naz versus Alazar, Guerrilla Hebrew. Yeah, I don't have to be afraid. But I'm not going to lie. I do look over my shoulder. I am not comfortable knowing that this woman has sent strange men or women or whatever to come and stalk me and my family. And knowing that she's admitted that she's violent and he's got a serious violent history. Like, you know, he's done a lot of things, shot in the middle of the city, beat people with baseball bats, brass knuckles. And so she claims that she punches people in the face. She beats women's ASS. You know, I'm looking over my shoulder. And I have to get this done legally. We will see how much I'm BSing once I get this done in court. So thank you so much. Please tune in to the debates. Peace to the darkest minds of the light. Protect yourself, protect your family, stand up against these cyber stalkers. You have legal recourse. You can speak against them on a public platform if you do it correctly in the parameters of the law, meaning you don't have to talk about how they look. You don't have to go into how much money they have. You don't have to go into where they live and how they are getting child support. Or you don't have to do any of that. Don't do the criminal activity that they do. It won't help your case against them. If out of frustration you break down and say, yeah, you did this and you look like this, you still have a chance in court, because cyber stalking being a crime you'd have to show at least more than one time where someone is harassing you. I've got several different posts and streams to show that I'm being cyber stalked by her boyfriend, and their cohorts. With that said, get them legally, okay? And speak up against them. Stay away from these type of people. Peace to the darkest minds of the light and to the HOK family.